Yeah.
Naker, Coleman,
Here.
Yang,
Here.
Chair Johnson.
Here.
There are 4 present, 3 absent, being Commissioners Bowie.
She's right behind me.
Yeah.
Okay. We have 1 Commissioner absent, who is Commissioner Kim, and she is excused. Item number 1 for discussion, Resolution 25-1419, resolution appointing Melanie McMahon, Interim Executive Director of the Housing and Redevelopment Authority of the City of St. Paul, Minnesota.
Well, I am really excited about this item. I was able to give a courtesy heads up to Ms. McMahon that I would be putting her on the spot again this time to give some remarks, but I really sincerely want to just take the time to uplift the work that you have shown both to the city in your time here, but also I am really excited that you'll be able to step into this role and wholeheartedly support that transition into the interim executive director of our HRA. I think that in many ways, you know, we have a lot of things that we have discovered as an HRA body are priorities of ours, and I sincerely appreciate the thoroughness and the thought to detail, to strategy, and to prioritization that you have. And so it's been a pleasure to be able to work with you in your other capacity, and so to be able to see you transition into this role too is helpful, and I'm looking forward to that road ahead for us as well, for as long as this interim position extends, and even maybe in the future in that capacity as well. So thank you so much for your time, and I wanted to just give you a second if you had a couple of words and remarks that you wanted to share with the body.
Yeah, sure. I'll be really brief, especially since this is a shorter agenda, and I know you've had a lot already today, so appreciate your time. Specifically, I just want to say thankful for the opportunity here before the Housing Redevelopment Authority, talking specifically about the executive director of the HRA, right, and knowing the importance of the work that the HRA does with the financing tools and incentives for affordable housing and to develop areas, to work in community and with partners to provide stability and opportunity for our residents, and really looking and thinking about that, providing both stability and opportunity. And that's incredibly difficult work. And so I've been really privileged in my time in PED to really see that incredibly difficult work being done every single day by the committed employees of the department. So I appreciate the opportunity to work with each one of them, really to support and lift up their efforts and recognize their commitment to making St. Paul a place that works for all. And to each of you, I'm really looking forward to getting to know each of you better. Some of you I've known for longer than others, but to each of you, really to delve in to the work that you're doing, to provide stability and opportunity for our neighbors and in our community. And so I'm excited to be able to lift up that work, to move it forward, to work in partnership, and just to be with each one of you all every week. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm going to be selfish here, and I will actually move approval of this resolution. If there's any further discussion from my colleagues as well, I'll take this time to acknowledge. Vice Chair Jost and then Commissioner Yang.
Thank you, Chair Johnson, and really excited, Director McMahon, to see you stepping into this role. Also, I just really have appreciated your partnership and your leadership and the time that we've worked together. And you being from the Ward 3 office in the past, I think you bring so much experience, especially with all of your work at Highland Bridge and many other projects that you've worked on. But really excited to see you in this role and looking forward to working with you.
Commissioner Yang.
Thanks, Chair Johnson. Well, Director McMahon, I've already shared this with you, but I wanted to say again, it's really incredible to see how you started off as a legislative aide here in the council, and really now are going to become our director for PED and the HRA here. It's just really transformational to be able to see that happen, and to me really showcases your eagerness to learn and grow, take on challenges, and I'm really excited to see you continue that in your new role here, and especially in us advancing our goals in housing, affordable housing, and also really just bringing economic vitality to our city overall. So overall, really excited for you and to keep working with you.
Well, I sincerely appreciate both of the sentiments from all of our colleagues as well, and I'm sure everyone shares that sentiment of appreciation in the work that we've been able to do thus far. I know as we get through the budget cycle this year, we just continue to welcome that partnership as well. So with that, I move approval of the resolution. All of those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
6 in favor, 0 opposed. The resolution is adopted. Item number 2 was laid over from September 3rd HRA meeting. Resolution 25-1350, resolution authorizing and recommending approval of financing of a community development block grant, CDBG, authorizing and recommending approval of financing of an American Rescue Plan Act Emergency Rental Assistance, ERA 2 loan, and execution of the loan agreements and related documents for the Joseph Point at Upper Landing Project, 200 Wilkins Street, District 9, Ward 2.
We had to lay this matter over last week. If you remember, we laid it over simply for the pending review and receipt of the environmental review for the site. We've been able to get those for both. So we'll take a motion from Commissioner Naker to approve. Commissioner Naker.
Thanks so much, Chair Johnson. I want to thank my colleagues and all the staff for the patience and for the hard work to get this done to this point. And I also just want to acknowledge Katie Anthony from Schaefer Richardson, who presented to us last time and who's here today, took time after the meeting last week when we had that brief conversation about amenities for kids and families in the new development, to walk me through some of the thoughts that she has about how that could be accommodated in the existing site plans, as well as to talk about the playground and trying to establish ownership and maybe figure out a partnership with Kaboom or someone else. So really appreciated the thorough conversation that we had about that, and looking forward to move approval of this project and looking forward to seeing it happen.
Thank you, Commissioner Naker. That's awesome. I'm really glad that you had that opportunity to just be able to address some of the things that you brought up, which I thought were also very valuable feedback for our folks to hear in real time. I think one of the things that is really exciting about this project in particular is the extension of affordability that it's able to ensure. So sincerely appreciative of that. Are there any other discussions or anything from other commissioners at this time? All right, seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
6 in favor, 0 opposed. The resolution is adopted. Item number 3 was also laid over from September 3rd HRA meeting. Resolution public hearing 25-191. Resolution authorizing the issuance and sale of conduit multifamily housing revenue bonds. approving the execution of related documents, and adopting a related housing program, 200 Wilkins Street, Joseph's Point, at Upper Landing Project, District 9, Ward 2.
And once again, we had a public hearing on this item. It was closed, and it was laid over today, pending the environmental review, which we have received. So at this time, I'll take a motion from Commissioner Naker to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
6 in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution is adopted.
And before I let you all go, I have a little bit of a homework assignment for all of the commissioners, except for Commissioner Naker. Thank you so much for sending your questions at a time. But as a reminder, next week we'll be able to have a kind of follow-up discussion before the HRA tax levy discussion on the 24th. We've asked for Deputy Director Green to come back, and I'll be working with the new interim executive director, McMahon, on making sure that we have all of your questions and prepared for some follow-ups for the presentation on the 17th. And in order to do that, I'm asking for my lovely colleagues to send your questions ahead of time from last week's budget presentation. And by ahead of time, I mean today, if you can, before we go home, and even at the end of the day. I have a meeting in the morning with interim executive director McMahon at 9:30. So you can also send them to me over the nighttime too. I read emails late. It's okay. But I really want to make sure that we're addressing just anything that you see is pressing. This won't be the last time we discuss the budget this year, but really just being able to answer any preliminary questions that you have. Our office will be sending those as well. And Melanie Johnson has started a sheet that she has been tracking all the questions that have come to us. So if you could please feel free to send anything, and even if you don't have any questions, just let us know that so we know that we've seen that from you, and I can articulate that to her tomorrow morning. Other than that, I'm happy to give us some time back because we have had several meetings today, and we have an upcoming council meeting as well at 3:30. With that, we are adjourned.